Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Liz and this is Let's Get Lizicle, where we do everything card making, and today is launch day for my Merry Creepmas stamp set. And in light of that, I decided to do a card that mixed both last year's release and this year's release. So we're going to be using the North Pole background die. I'm just going to be using the snow at the bottom. We're also going to be using my Sassy Santa stamp set along with coordinating dies, and then the new release Merry Creepmas and coordinating dies. And we're just going to create a little scene. I had this idea in my head for a while now. I just kind of like saw Sassy Santa kind of like walking in on this scene of like this whimsical tree with skull ornaments and this like skull snowman, and being like, yo, what's up? Like like, I don't know if this is naughty or nice or even, holiday friendly, but I'll be the judge of that, which is what is going on with this scene. So we're going to be using the naughty or nice sentiment, as well as the Merry Christmas, and the I'll be the judge of that. So I'm actually going to be stamping inside the card today, which I don't do very often. I like to leave the insides blank so that if I'm writing in the card, I have plenty of space and I can write whatever I want. I also sell my cards, so I want the purchaser of the card to be able to do the same. And I think sometimes that stamping on the inside of the card just takes up some of that space. I do like the way Amy R does it sometimes. She'll like add like lighter colors on the inside of the card that you can write over. But again, like I think some people feel like they don't want to write on top of that, or that they have to write around it. So I don't do that often on my cards, and I don't often even include sentiments on the inside of the cards for those reasons. And now I'm going to stamp my images. And this was me trying to conserve paper, guys. I absolutely hate it when card YouTubers put one image in the middle of like a panel this big. Like, I hate it so much. I just like the pattern maker and marker maker in me. I come from a design background, and I worked as a pattern maker for a while. And I do markers, which are layouts for cutting patterns if you're doing mass production. And I just try to like put everything together as much as possible, like to conserve. So I picked a bigger piece of paper where I could put the images closer together. I still want to leave space for the dies, obviously, but again, I absolutely hate it when somebody just like puts an image on the middle of a piece of paper and then you just have to save that scrap for later. Or if you're tossing it, it's again a waste. So that is my beef with some people and their stamping, but you do you, whatever works. I just like to not waste my supplies because they're not cheap, especially this Hammermill cardstock. It's, I think, $30 for a pack of 250 sheets, which is fairly expensive. But it does last me quite a while. I use it for my card bases and my coloring and stamping and everything. So it does get used. It does take a little bit of time for me to go through them, but I still don't want to be wasting my supplies, and I save as much as I can. But right now I'm just going to be coloring my images, and I will talk about the release, I guess. So Merry Creepmas is now available as of watching this video. So if you're interested in purchasing this set or any of my other sets, you can head on over to letsgetlizicle.com and place your order today. I'm going to put everything in my shop on for 15% off, including the new release, for the week of July 20th, starting at noon release time, and going to July 26th at 11:59 p.m. So you'll have the week to purchase this and anything else you want to purchase. I think the only thing I won't put on sale are my magnet sheets, just because they're as low as I can possibly get them. I do order them in larger sheets and cut them down myself for the packages, so it's a fair bit of labor, and I do sell them fairly cheap. They're just like an additional like basket builder kind of thing for you guys if you're into adding the magnet sheets to your dies. So yeah, that'll be my Christmas in July sale for the week for you guys. And if you're interested, I will also include the digital download for the repeat prints that I did. Again, if you purchase the Merry Creepmas stamp set, it will be free. Otherwise, I probably put it up for like $1, and then you just get the download link, download it, and then you can print it on your inkjet printer. And if you have the stamps, you can use it as a template, or you can print it out and color it with your alcohol markers. If you print it on your cardstock that you use for coloring, you can directly color them with your alcohol markers, no problem, no bleeding, no anything, which is why I kind of like digital stamps, which we'll get more into a bit later, because I do want to start offering those as well for like in between releases. Next month's release will be my last physical release for the year, but I might include a few digital releases if anybody's interested in that. I might start doing a couple of patterns that coordinate with my sets, and then I might also do some separate digital stamps. We'll see how it goes, but I'll definitely keep you posted on that. So we'll just get back to the card. So I did color the tree, the Santa, the snowman. I have the ornaments stamped here, and I do color them in red. I cut out a portion where I did a second set in red as well. I was just finding that there was way too much red in the card, and they were just kind of getting lost. So I decided to pull in some blue ones that I had colored last week. Just randomly wanted to try it out, and I ended up using those instead. So you just see how I color them, just like quick darker color for shading here and there, and then color it mostly with the lighter color. And then I will cut them out, but I'm not using them for today. I might use them for a different card. If I still have them, I might have accidentally thrown them out, which is no problem. It takes like 2 seconds to color these because they're so small and so quick. I actually want to try heat embossing them, maybe in like a gold color, and then coloring them in with a like a golden yellow. Maybe it looks a little bit more like it would glow. And then same with the silver, like you can heat emboss it in a silver color. You can also color them in with gel pens. I would just be more careful with your coloring in that case because it's hard to go over the gel pen once it's dried with the dye ink. You might be able to go over it with a pigment ink if you want to restamp them. That might work better. I haven't tried that, I don't think. Or alternatively, you can stamp and emboss these in black, or stamp them in black and emboss in clear and color them in after that with the gel pens, because then I feel like you might be able to wipe it off the embossing once it's dry. But again, I haven't tried it yet, so if you do try it, let me know. But anyway, I did tape these all down. I do again have this magic matte magnetic version, and it bunches up in my machine for some reason. Just using my standard dies. Again, I don't know if anybody else has had this problem, but I will not be purchasing these again. I need to purchase the regular ones because this is messing up everything. Like, I'm still having to tape things down, and because it's all bunched up, it's shifting my dies even if they're taped. So yeah, again, not purchasing that again. So we'll just continue on with the regular magic mats, because I feel like the reason I bought the magnetic ones was so that I didn't have to continue to tape everything, but I find that things still shift a little bit, even with the magnet and tape on top of that. So anyway, that's just my gripe with the magnetic magic mats. Otherwise, I love them. They cut all of my dies perfectly, and I don't have any other issues with them. But anyway, so now we're just like laying out our scene, and I wanted the snowman and the tree off to the left and Santa off to the right just because of the way everything's facing. It actually worked out perfectly. I didn't plan it this way, but that's the way it looked. So just a little bit of like a happy coincidence there. But these are just the way that I ended up drawing them out. So it works. For the layering, I wanted to glue the tree down to the background. I'm adding this snowy hill up on some thicker foam tape. I have this, I think it's 1/16 of an inch foam tape from Michael's. This roll's almost done, and I've been using that for quite a while. It's a little bit more dimension than the 1mm tape that I have now from scrapbook.com, which I absolutely love. It's a nice wide 1 inch tape, but it's only 1 millimeter thickness, so it's kind of similar to the Big Mama foam tape from Simon Says Stamp. And I like that for a little bit of dimension. So you'll see if you watch yesterday's video, I used the 1 millimeter foam tape for one of the postage stamps, and then I used the, I don't, this might be like 2 or 3 millimeter, and use that for another one, just so you're adding layers of dimension. So I have things glued down, propped up, and pretty much propped up on the same layers. I didn't want to add too much dimension, so I just added the one layer of dimension. So when I put the snowman on, I added tape to the top half and the scarf to support him, and then I just added a little bit of glue to the base. And then I'm going to do the same with the Santa. Originally I was going to add Santa, like that extra little 1 millimeter bit, but I didn't want to fuss with the tape because it's different thicknesses and you want to make sure that you don't have any extra tape exposed so things get sticky. So I just decided just to leave everything on the same level. So again, I added that foam tape to the top half of Santa and then just glued to the bottom of his feet so that he was standing on top of the hill. And for the ornaments, I felt that it was a little distracting to have the white borders on them. So I just added the green to the border to help it blend into the tree. Because of the positioning on this, I could have stamped these on the tree to start with. However, I would have had to cut out my stamps, and I don't want to do that for these because I don't want to have to put them back together. And because I like to color the trees with the flicking motion, it makes it more difficult when you have images already on the tree, because I have gripes with that about other sets where they include the ornaments on the tree, because you're having to like color around them and you're not getting that like smooth swiping motion in those areas, and it messes with me. So I think I have one set from MFT called, I think it's called Secret Santa. I've used it quite a bit on this channel and in general, but the Christmas tree that Santa's hiding behind has the ornaments on the tree already. I usually color over those with the same color as a tree, and then I'll add either confetti or pearls or gems or something on the ornaments to make them look more three-dimensional, metallic, or just cover up those areas. So I try to pick ones that are of similar size so that it doesn't look out of place. But yeah, I just find that a lot easier than trying to color around ornaments, which is why I included these separately and not as part of the tree. And same with the garland, the skull garland that we have for the tree. That's separate as well because I didn't want it to always be included on the tree. You can use this tree for like any card. Someone once mentioned to me, I don't remember who it was, but they mentioned that it kind of looks almost like one of those trees from the Lorax where it's like super puffy almost at the bottom there. So you could use this for like a super like whimsical background and do it in rainbow colors or whatever and make your own kind of like fun forest. Mirror stamp it so that you have some of them facing in the other direction. Like there's a lot of things you can do, and I love that you can pull from like a Christmas set and use that tree for something completely different, like creating your own forest scene kind of thing for like a fall or summer card or something like that. Oh, these trees in red and oranges might look really nice too. We'll have to try that. Ideas just flowing. But anyway, so again, I'm super excited about this launch. I'm super excited about next month's launch as well. We have a fun Halloween set that I'm very excited about because I feel like it's something that's been missing in the market. Because I can't find any good, cute ghost images that I like, and I finally designed a set that I love, and I hope you guys love it too. But for now, we just have Creepy Christmas in July. So to finish off this card, no scene is complete without some controlled snow, as usual, and I'm gonna add some white highlights. But that's pretty much our card for today, guys. So if you're interested in purchasing, again, head on over to letsgetlizicle.com and place your order today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what your favorite card of the launch was, if you've watched all the videos. I'd be interested in that. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe because I'd love to have you here, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content. I will try to do more emails for the people who subscribe to my email chain. I actually haven't sent anything out since the last launch. I don't want to bombard you with things, but if you are interested in any kind of updates, then you can head on over to my website and sign up for being on the email list, and I will try to include more updates, sneak peeks, and whatnot going forward. It's just a little hard when I work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and have other things to do on the weekends and evenings and whatnot. So I'm trying my best to work on this, but I will try harder going forward. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you had a great weekend and enjoy your week. And I'll be back again on Friday for my holiday card hijinks, which is themed Nutcracker. So I have a super exciting card for that, so stay tuned. So until then, thanks, guys. Bye.